Reaction.
Damn, man. Once the homie started crying, I'm like, oh man, that's sad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why you acting like that in front of your son, man? What you doing? What's going on?
She a grown woman. She allowed to act however she want to act. I
Yeah,
don't think that was the problem though.
but her son is there, man. Like, why you shaking butt in front of your son like that?
Is she allowed to dance?
Not like that. I kill my mom if she, my boy.
What you
Listen,
mean you kill your mom? Man, she gave birth to you. That's a grown ass woman. She could do
just
whatever
like
she
she could
wants.
take me out as she brought me in, I'm gonna take her out. Cause you're not doing that
All
in front
right,
of
now
me.
he's just talking on chest.
Nah.
Because it was crazy though that he started crying and she kept partying. She didn't even try to like
Caress her or
talk to
like,
him.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like because as a kid that was once that like as a man that was once that kid before that's like done stuff that I've been embarrassed about and didn't know how to process my emotions as a kid. It'd have been nice if like in that scenario if she'd have talked him through it because he held his mom to a high standard, a high regard. It's like he didn't expect her to be throwing ass with some random dude. He might not be random, he might know the dude, but like that's not his pop or whatever. So it's like he didn't expect it to just be wilding like that. So he held his mom to a higher regard that she don't hold herself, and that's just
Right.
that's the way of life.
And on top of that, the dude is recording the whole session. Like,
And he
like,
said hold the camera. He was
said,
he
"Hold-"
was that's one of them jobs. He's like yo, hold on. He's like
Wait,
you're
wait.
about to fuck it up. Yo, hold my jersey, dog. You just start fucking it up. He was about to go crazy in that shit because she got the wagon, she got the Z wagon. That shit is crazy.
I feel so, but he was probably so embarrassed, bro.
He's
Like,
about to have a party in that shit. I ain't that shit.
and then on top of that, the bull kept like putting his the camera to the kid's face. Like, it's like embarrassing, bro. He was embarrassed. Like, that's your mom acting like that in front of you. Like, oh man, I don't know. I feel for the kid. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't really like my mom doing that, dancing. I wouldn't like my mom dancing on somebody like that, especially if it's like not my stepdad. Like, come on, man.
I don't want my mom even looking at another man. But it's not about what I want. It's about, you know what I'm saying? That's
And
a
yet
grown ass
she's
woman.
throwing it on this dude, some young boy. Like, I feel his pain.
What's up? You awfully quiet over there. How you feel about this?
She ain't shit.
She really isn't, man.
Nah, like honestly, I don't put any blame on the guy because he has no responsibility. He has no kids.
Of course not.
But the mom, like, it's all on her. And like there's shit that as a mom and as a dad, you don't do in front of your kids. And you need to know your audience. And in that moment, you knew that your child is there. You were in an event that's family friendly. And to me, not all dancing is family friendly. And the way that you guys were dressed up and seems like it was a high level, like it was a decent event. It was a nice event. It wasn't like a house party where you were like with like cool with like people that you knew, close people. That means there were strangers there, and this is the way you're behaving yourself in front of it. And we talk so much about childhood trauma and stuff like that. This is a kind of thing that will hunt this kid moving forward for a long period of time.
Especially because he's going viral now.
Not because he's been going viral, so she already knows what it's like for him to go viral. Because I don't know if you know, this is a little kid that's gone viral, like on the little memes, and he's in the back seat talking about his mom taking his food stamp.
So I'm like, I know this little boy look mad familiar, but I'm like, yo, he can't be from around the way. There's no way that I know this kid. Like,
yeah,
so I'm
like I remember him from a video of like, oh mom, like the food stamp has my name, so it's supposed to be my card. She's like, oh no, they just give it to me. Like they're like going back and forth over that. Like that's what I remember him from.
Lil James. That's why his name is Lil James. Yeah, I remember him now. There's a few of the videos. That's crazy.
But like this is the kind of stuff that can probably like mentally, I think it will affect him. And you have a higher responsibility. He's a kid. He doesn't know any better. And the level of embarrassment that you putting him through, that it led them to this, and then you continue and everybody else is egging it on, that's only building them up and making them feel more like shit.
And not to mention, the dude is just like this the whole time.
It don't matter. Like, to me, the guy doesn't matter in this situation.
No. I'm saying like
it,
she don't feel no type of embarrassment. Like you're being recorded. He kept
She not
going
looking.
after it stopped and everything. Like he kept going. Like you wouldn't want to even stop him. Like all right, like get that out of my face, kind of thing. Or
that's what I
she
mean.
had
Like,
no like type
if it
of
had been a
embarrassment.
situation where it's happening and then her son watches a video or something afterwards, but he wasn't there, it's something a little different. Even that to me is a little sus. But knowing that you came to this event with your
Yeah,
child
that's what I'm saying.
and he's around, you kind of have almost a moral responsibility to carry yourself with respect. And in that moment, you can say whatever you want. I don't think that's a way to carry yourself in a respectful manner. And I'm
No.
not saying that you can have fun and you can dance, but I feel like there's a time and place, and you have to cater the way you maneuver and the way you act based on your audience.
Yeah, bro, I agree with you 1000%. I just feel bad. And then he started bursting into tears, and then that's also going to be something that he's going to probably have to see in the comments of people making fun of him for, and then they're going to throw the comments about his mom. Like,
Some women might say like would argue that they're just dancing though, that's not disrespectful. Like the other part, her not consoling her son and all that's so like she
and
fucked up on that one.
most
Nah,
likely
you
those
gotta
So
be. We gotta
because
stop. You gotta.
because
That's bullshit.
there's even like like in Jamaica, like in the Caribbean
We're
islands,
not in the
there's a lot of
Caribbean. We're
different
not in
lot
the
of different.
Caribbean. We ain't playing that shit.
most likely that's
Some
what they
dancing is disrespectful, and if you're grinding your behind on somebody's eggplant, that shit is not respectful.
I gotta be an eggplant though.
Because I'm trying to make it for the fucking algorithm.
Yeah, I talk to you.
But what I'm saying is right now, like, we know that something is not conducive to a family environment.
Yeah.
And if you would have told me it's a house party and like everybody's close to each other, to me, even that would have been different.
So what about like a bachata, like real when you real tight, real sensual?
Even
like,
some of that shit gets a little bit too crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
So-
could be a little
so
like
it all falls under the same
uncomfortable.
tree. So let me ask y'all one more question before we get off of this topic, because you said something else that sparked a thought into my mind about women like this like certain things that they shouldn't do. So what's like certain things that like a man shouldn't do in front of their kid? That maybe like something like equivalent to this or whatever. Just trying to get an idea.
Like a men shouldn't do in front of their kid.
That would like negatively affect them, cause them trauma. But that's something that's like a little more lighthearted, like this.
Probably in a similar scenario. Because I don't
Scenario.
think this is necessarily extremely lighthearted, just because of the way she acted afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, if she would have kind of
I'm focusing on the
But
act, on the initial act,
on
not
the-
necessarily on the way that she lacked consoling. her
Okay,
friend.
cool.
I'm just on the act.
so something that meant towards a boy or a girl. Because I think
Just
that,
as a father with like kids, because we go just people that are listening that are gonna have boys or girls. That's kind of why I'm just
Right.
trying to.
oh yeah, like, to me as a father, like, something that I probably wouldn't do in front of my kids is like raise my voice and stuff like that in any scenario. Like lose my cool to the way where they see me. Like, I cannot handle my anger if I ever get angry or something like that.
They don't think
Or
that's normal. We're just bursting out and shit.
Correct.
or it depends on how you want to raise your son, but dance like that in front of your child, son or
Yeah,
daughter.
that can also be a thing. Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Because that can, I mean, granted, then he's not going to learn, there's a time and place for things, right? In that similar nature. Not only that, but if for a daughter, the daughter is not going to be able to respect herself in a sense because she's going to see that like, oh, my daddy was dancing with a girl like that, so I can dance like that too. And that's not right. I definitely wouldn't want my daughter dancing like that.
She gonna be.
Hey,
That's
hey, watch yourself. Where's the shotgun at?
He said, "Knock on wood." Ain't no wood to knock on. Damn.
Knock on this wall. But
Nah,
yeah,
but I
man.
think on that one, I think the mom is the one that has it wrong. I don't think the guy that was dancing with her, I can put no blame on him. The kid, he's a kid. Like, the only person that should have been the responsible adult there is her.
And it just like kind of makes you question, like, dang, how do you carry yourself in front of this kid? Like, if this is what was caught on camera, right? Like,
Correct.
what are you showing this kid? What are you teaching him? What are you know what I'm saying, instilling in this kid's brain to
Well, I don't even think it's you instilling. I think this can have a good way for you to like. This can be a good realization moment that your kids pay more attention to your actions than your words.
oh, for sure.
So what you do has way more impact than what you say. So what they see you doing it's more than likely the kind of things that are going to replicate when they grow up. Like if they see you being a hardworking person and so on, they probably get those kind of things from you. But if you always telling them don't do X, Y, Z, but then like, oh, don't drink,
But
don't
then I see you
smoke,
drink all the
but I
time.
see you drinking all the time and so
Right.
on, like all that shit carries. So I
Yeah.
think your actions have more significance than your words. And maybe this was a learning moment that she needed to have and like really feel it. Because it could have been that she may be doing things that in her mind, she's telling them all the right things, but maybe she's acting in a way that are impacting him in a way that she's never seen it visually. And now this way it became viral. So it's like in your face, this
You,
wasn't right.
you know what's the sad part is she's probably it's just probably not really feeling that bad for it. It's like, oh, mommy was just dancing like
Definitely
this
not
and
in the
that.
moment.
But she wasn't even worried about her image and how her son may see her, and that's something big. Like if you're not worried about how your son
Well, I
sees you
think
and views
so. There's
you,
a couple things to see, and now I'm making assumptions. I don't know if she's a single mom or not.
right,
So
right,
so so I'm just gonna make the assumption that it seems like there wasn't a dad in the picture. If she's dancing that way with a stranger, I'm gonna take that into account. That means that at that moment she's looking at that as a woman. I don't see this as a bad thing. You get what I mean? Because she can only view her from her perspective of being a woman.
right.
She's never been a young boy. She like you know what I mean? Like the way that will bother you if you see your mom doing that. But I don't think that a girl will see that because she'll probably learn how to dance from your mom.
Right.
You get what I
But
mean?
imagine how he may choose in his choice of women going forward, like as
Correct.
he gets older, just from experience such a thing like that.
Absolutely. Like you come from what you see and what you learn. So that was part of what I was saying earlier. Like your actions are the things that he's gonna take the most from as
That's
you
what I'm
growing
saying.
up.
And it didn't really seem like she was
At
too
least at the
worried about her
moment. Like
image.
I don't want to say that it didn't impact her afterwards,
Yeah,
especially with all the
we don't
views that have
know,
come
but
from it. But in the moment, it was like her reaction was very uh,
nonchalant.
lackluster.
Yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible. Not everybody should have kids, man. Not everybody should have kids.
The funny thing is, she fucking around probably be a great mom, and that one time they caught her on camera, and now the whole internet smoking her. That's
I
hilarious.
don't know. Those are not actions of a great mom to me, if you ask me. But hey, that was just that one moment. I don't know, but looks can be deceiving. I guess I don't know.
Hey, Lil James, you know what I'm saying? You see me dancing with your mom, don't touch me, young boy. I will mush you. I don't touch me.
Sure,
Your
man.
mom got the wagon, cuz.
Lil James went through
I
enough,
see
man.
he
Come
be ready to
on.
push me. I'm, hey, yo, you fucking the barber. Cock
That-
blocking ass young boy. This is not your girl. This is your mother. Get out of here, bro.
you know what? At least that young man has enough respect for his mom to like shoot him away. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
he holds his mom in high regard.
at least, because there's a lot of kids that don't even respect their parents. So much respect to you, Lil James.
I don't know. I think, but just on that, I think a lot of people that don't respect their parents is a lot of time from at least from my point of view is because the parents be doing stuff that does like earns them a lack of respect, kind of. Because you know that just they're like, all right, you gotta respect me because I'm your parent.
Yeah,
But if I treat you like shit all the time, like at some point you're gonna like not respect me because you're gonna be like, cuz like you always just like treating me terrible. Like what the fuck, like.
I mean, that would be, yeah, yeah. I mean, at that point, I feel like they'd be more fearful of their parents. I mean, they would definitely bear hatred, but I mean, that's a whole nother like.
Yeah, can't hate enough shit. My fault. My fault.
Like and subscribe.
It's the first time. Just one. That's it.
Like and subscribe. He's already playing on the microphone.
It's only one, man.